A beautiful angel. Hey, it's Josie Grouse. Welcome to this video. We are at the end of 2021. What a year it was! What an amazing year it was. We are here. We're still here. We are still communicating. The world is an interesting place, but we're learning. We are adjusting. We are moving forward. So, how do we use the wisdom of the last 2, 3 years of our lives and the world around us that was changing constantly? And how do we apply this wisdom and bring more happiness, more joy into our lives? How can we truly become the makers, the creators of our own destiny? So, I want to share with you as this year is wrapping up, curtains down, and the new year is just around the corner. What can we do to get started in a very different way? So, the way you start something, the energy is going to be different, right? If you start with the right attitude, with the right state of mind, you are going to have an amazing year. And I know, listen, we are only here for 100-year lifetime. I bless you with long life, and I hope you live many, 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 many decades. But you are here, and in the physical world, things have beginning and the end. So we are constantly changing, we are moving, we are, every second of this moment is absolutely unique and precious. So, with the right attitude, you can have the most extraordinary year 2022. So, start your year with a smile. Start your year with a fresh new page, clean page. Leave the past in the past. Yes, there are many things are happening in the world. Yes, there's still news of pandemic. There are still a lot of uncertainty. But here's the thing. It's going to be the same every single year. One thing will be taken care of, something else is going to show up. That's kind of the nature of our physical world. We cannot change nor control the world around us, but the spiritual lesson, the spiritual journey that we're here to experience is to take power in our hands and to use that power to create life as we know, as we want, as we are aspired to. So start your 2022 with a smile and openness. Open your heart, open your mind to the beautiful universe. Open up and say, "Dear God, dear universe, dear angels, I am so happy this is my year. Thank you. I have a body that I can live in, I can breathe in, I can talk, I can see the world, I can see the beauty of the world through this vehicle that I call my body. And I'm ready. I'm ready for all life. I'm ready for all life. I'm here to experience life." There's this great movie. It's called Last Holiday. It's on Netflix, and you can check it out. It's just a great, wonderful movie with Queen Latifah. And the storyline is someone, the character, is diagnosed with falsely diagnosed with a terminal disease. So she travels the world. She said, "Well, I have nothing to lose. I have to go and blow all my money." And she's into food, and she's into all kinds of like experiences. And she travels to this place in Europe where she meets world-renowned chef in this restaurant in a beautiful grand hotel. And she lives every day as if it's the last day. She orders all kinds of food. She orders everything in its magic and perfection. And she also sees other visitors of the hotel, the fancy kind of people who have, have so much, have seen so much, and they're very picky, and they would choose on the menu the items they have like less fat, substitute this with, don't put any butter into my meal. And the chef in the kitchen is going crazy. It's like, these people are asking me to substitute. That's what makes food so good. It's like pork fat and butter, and then all the fancy people from all places in the world, in America, they would go to these beautiful places, but they do not want to enjoy. They always restrict themselves, their calories. They cannot really allow themselves to enjoy the experience of food. And this gorgeous woman who orders everything on the menu, and she says, well, I just want no substitutes. For me, I want bring me everything, all of your best meal. And chef was so touched by her. He was so inspired by someone, and he actually walked up to her during the meal, and he said, I just wanted to look at you because you ordered everything in its original perfection state. And I can see that your appetite for food, your appetite for life, that was exactly, she was showing, she was not just about food, but it's the appetite for life. That someone who knew she was dying, but she wanted to live. There's nothing to lose. And she really wanted to live. And she was enjoying every moment. She allowed herself to enjoy every moment. And if you want to watch the movie, it's called The Last Holiday, and you will like it. It's a great, great movie. It really reminds you about certain values that we all have within us, but we restrict. There's some restriction mechanism that is triggered when we allow ourselves to enjoy the experience of life. So start enjoying your life. Look into everyday life experience from a perspective, well, what if it's the last day of life? What if this day is the only day I've got? What would I do differently? How can I change my thinking? How can I think differently? How can I express myself differently? If you knew this is the last day of your physical life, how would you interact with other people? How would you, even with people you love, your relationships? Will you say I love you more? Will you forgive and not argue about like small things? Would you just let go of a lot of small annoyances? Of course you would, because that this day is precious, the time is precious. So if you live with this attitude, you're going to have such a beautiful, enjoyable life. Truly, truly enjoyable life without restriction. Just really take it every moment and being so alive in every moment. So you have nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. You have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. Just think about it. Even life, you come into this world with nothing. And you leave this world with nothing. There's no amount of possessions. There's no amount of friends or social following. There's none of that is relevant. When you get to the end of your life, you'll ask yourself, did I really love? Did I live fully? So many things in my life that I restricted myself. I did not allow myself to experience life. And it just passed by. And it just vanished. Think of people who lived 200 years. It was just like yesterday. Where are they? We don't even know their names. It disappeared, vanished. The same thing will happen to us. In 100, 200 years, no one will know Josie Grouse. Who was what? No, not a trace. But what we know is that we are here today. And this is our time. This is our time on this planet. And what you're doing with your time is completely up to you. Are you using this time to worry, to stress yourself out over things that you will just lose anyways? Everything you own, your house, will belong to someone else. So you are stressing out over things that will be just gone. And the most important thing for all of us to remember, and angels remind me over and over again, how loving are you? Like, are you really loving? And does this love come from the heart? Is this truly a loving space? Or there's a calculation. I will love you if you love me back. Is this the love that you're really enjoying, allowing other people to be whoever they want to be? By the way, if you hear the cat noise, that's actually my parrot. That's my bird. She has a lot of we have a lot of animals, and she makes all kinds of noise imitating other animals. This is funny, I know. So you're here to enjoy life. Suffering is optional. Suffering is something that you can work through. It's a mental thing. Pain, physical pain, we're all here. We are all experiencing pain. But suffering, you don't have to suffer in 2022, period. And this is the time that you have to make that decision. So I am entering this new page of my life. I know that I will not suffer. I will not suffer. And you allow yourself to forgive. You will let go of all of the hurts and pains of this whole year, of the last 3 years, of this last decade. And it's all you can do. And focus on love and focus on positive things. And I also want to encourage you to look for good in life. All right? Look for good. Just make a decision in the beginning of the year that you will look for good wherever you are. See, in our world, you will notice that so many of us, even me, I know I always catch myself going in that direction, but I always bring myself back. There's so much negative stuff to focus on. All you have to do is to turn on your television and see what's happening in the world and all the negative things that are happening, suffering everywhere. It hurts. It's painful. So we always, out of self-preservation, we look for negative things. We look for things to survive. How can we survive? What if we avoid all these problems? We will be better. And the negativity will be so evident when you seek it. When you look for things that are wrong, you will find evidence of that. And that's why people speak from the heart, saying, oh, this world is a bad place, because that's what reflects in their reality. It does not have to be this way. When you look for good, just like the mirror, the good will be reflected back to you. Do you understand this? When you look for good, every day, make that choice. By making the choice to look for good, you'll find evidence of the good, of all the good that this beautiful life has to offer. And you'll have more and more evidence. More and more evidence. When you focus on good, you attract good people. You attract good events and good circumstances. Doesn't mean that you ignore the problems of the world. You will not suffer because of the negative consequences of the events of this world. The choice is yours. This is your life. This is your year. And today you are making the choice. Tomorrow when you wake up, you will have that choice. Would I focus on things that did not work in 2021? Things that were burdensome and hurtful and painful? Do I just let them sort of continue their journey into 2022, or I would allow to start this new year with a new page, with a new chapter of my life. And I will look for good in every situation, in every person, in everything, in everyone, without exception. There's no division like these, that's good experience, that's not. Look for good everywhere. Let this be your lifestyle. In every situation, I will look for good. And then the suffering will end. Not only suffering will end, your body will begin to change. Your body will become lighter. You're not burdened by the weight of these negative emotions. You will be healthier. You will be happier. You will be lighter. And that's what we all want, right? In the new year, I want to send you love, and I know that you are going to have the most extraordinary year because you are here, because of your presence, because you make this world a better place, because of your energy. Every second of this life is different. Because of your light, the whole world, the whole universe is lit up. Just one spark of divinity in you can light up the whole world. So stay true to that light. Live in alignment, in truth with yourself. And the truth is the divine truth with a capital T, knowing that you have nothing to fear and that you have nothing to lose, and enjoying the experience of life. And you will have such an amazing year 2022. I know you will. I love you. I will see you in 2022. Be blessed.